she told me that some of you don't want to go to Zim because you have cases to answer. Are you confident you'll be able to go back in Zimbabwe and campaign? Or are you going to use a megaphone?
This is the kind of intimidation. If anything, Zimbabwe is a crime zone.
Hello guys, welcome to Ruby Uncensored, and thank you so much guys for passing through. If it is your first time to come across this channel, I'm going to ask you to subscribe. Make sure that you ring the bell so that every time I'm live or I drop a video, you'll be notified immediately. And I also want to send out my love to my regular subscribers and say stick around, we're going to have the best time today. Please take a listen.
All right, breaking news. Okay, so this is quite a very interesting, very good weekend for everyone. So we're going to be reading a statement that is sent out by President Emmerson Mnangagwa. Now, finally, StarLink has been approved, in Zimbabwe. So let's read the statement. It says one of the strategic pillars that the Second Republic's developmental agenda under Vision 2030 is innovation, science and technology, prioritization of the digital economy, and the emerging importance of technology in our day-to-day activities requires government to lead from the front in providing an environment where investment in technology is promoted. In this vein, I'm pleased to announce that I have approved the licensing of StarLink by POTRAZ to provide advanced internet and related digital processing services in Zimbabwe through its sole and exclusive local partner, IMC Communications Private Limited. StarLink is a low Earth orbit satellite operator wholly owned by a global conglomerate, SpaceX, led by prominent multi-billionaire Elon Musk. The entry by StarLink in the digital telecommunications space in Zimbabwe is expected to result in the deployment of high-speed, low-cost LEO internet infrastructure throughout Zimbabwe, particularly in all rural areas. This will be in fulfillment of my administration's undertaking to leave no one and no place behind. The investment confidence expressed by StarLink in Zimbabwe's telecommunications infrastructure also dovetails with the Second Republic's mantra, Zimbabwe is open for business. I encourage more investment by foreign conglomerates in Zimbabwe as we are an investment destination of choice. I take this opportunity on behalf of government of Zimbabwe to congratulate IMC Communications and StarLink on this commendable milestone aimed at revolutionizing the digital and communication technology landscape in Zimbabwe. Investments of this magnitude and strategic importance represent the cornerstone for achieving the Second Republic's objective of having a fully digitalized upper middle income economy by 2030. So here's the thing that I've told you yesterday actually, is that honestly, ZANU-PF realized that now because they don't even have no support. They've lost support completely. So they tried buying cars for gullible individuals. Okay, because the money belongs to the state, take them cars. Guys, take the cars. Then I also saw the issue of content creation. I told you I saw guys, the content creators at the ZBC, and I'm asking questions. These people have been creating content for years. Why now? You know, they are trying to make all these moves just to hoodwink Zimbabweans like what they did in 2017. Only fools will be able to accept the lies. But people are saying they're grateful about this StarLink, but there are questions that are being raised. Who owns the company IMC? Because StarLink don't even need a broker, all right? But in the Zimbabwean context, there is a broker already introduced by President Emmerson Mnangagwa, and the company's name is IMC. And allegations are this company is being owned by Wicknell Chivayo. So again, I've told you, and I said to me, for me, I just look at people who kind of paying each other because, I mean, obviously, he's doing work for the regime. Respect for Kandoro, respect for Kandoro. But maybe if I say something, take a listen to Kandoro, please. Take a listen to him.
I don't believe Wicknell is the one giving these people money. Because
I don't think so.
The money trail doesn't make sense. I believe ZANU-PF realized we have Kamfana kanoda kuonererwa. We're going to use him.
Good mouth.
For the simple reason that ZANU-PF has a lot of people that helped it in this election, right?
Yeah.
But they can't be seen to be giving people cars individually. Because if they then give DJ or Kwekwe GD6, everyone else is going to wake up at ZANU-PF headquarters.
So like, yo.
But if say Wicknell does it, it looks like he's
It's a
using his
favor.
personal funds. He has his own.
So it doesn't become but
Because there's a lot of people that will come out of the woodworks and say, no, Intaka set up PA system.
and then now it's just to his own discretion as
Exactly.
to who he likes.
I think there is a conceited effort to demoralize the people that way. I think there is a conceited effort to create a new tier of people to aspire to within the Zimbabwean class level. Because what happens when all the people, all they have to look up to is people whose wealth we cannot explain. It takes out shungu dzatakakura tinadzo dzekuti ndikadzidza ndikaenda kuchikoro ndoenda kuuniversity ndoenda degree ndoenda kubasa. There is none of that in Zimbabwe anymore.
It's gone.
People know kuti ukaenda degree uchangodzoka uenda unemployment line. But people now have been thrown around these nuclear unogona kuita mbinga. Unogona kuita boss ningi. Because these are people,
Boss Muku.
the effect that this mbinga ecosystem has created is everyone ends up resigned. In their mind, you end up, in everyone's mind, you end up believing like, ZANU-PF hapana kwari kuenda. The only way to survive in this economy is to jump on the feeding trough. Have you seen the clamoring that has been happening?
We're seeing it even in the CCC party itself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When you see now, vanhu vari kuda kutengerwa mota nase Wicknell.
Oh,
Have you been seeing?
I haven't.
Oh, no, it's people putting out as a joke like,
Koyangu. Joke not joke. You mean it.
And these are high profile people. I'm talking now. Think about how many people in Mavuku who are saying, given the chance, I would do. So it becomes the thing, in your mind, if you think that's the only way you can be rewarded,
I'm gonna have to align myself.
Who else am I voting for?
People, join the team. If you can't beat them, join them.
So if this is happening 2024, 2023 elections just got done, imagine how all the influential people are going to be lining up to doing things
Come
for free.
Oof.
So what was quite fascinating is that Zim Live apparently reported immediately and say, breaking, Zimbabwe President Mnangagwa has approved the licensing of StarLink by POTRAZ to provide advanced internet and related digital processing services in Zimbabwe through its sole and exclusive local partner IMC Communications, which is owned by Wicknell Chivayo. So that on its own really has caused a lot of stares on social media. I'm going to have to read some of the comments here. Some people said Wicknell and they began to laugh. And I think Dubeko said from the beginning, the licensing of StarLink was conditional. They had to do it through a proxy of ED Mnangagwa. And Peter said, what we wanted is the licensing. We will subscribe from Zambia if Zimbabwe offers expensive packages. And other people said, does it mean IMC Communications can switch off StarLink reception in Zimbabwe if the government wishes it? There's always been an issue that every time when there's something so important, if they're trying to restrict information to spread, they will switch off, the internet. So the questions are they going to switch off the internet? But like I said to you, for me, I'm just saying, if Wicknell Chivayo is doing work for the regime, definitely the regime has to pay him in return. But I also remember that he used also allegations he was the one that printed the ballot paper. He was paid almost 182 million. Right. But there is information on record that even with roads as well, they always say something that can cost a million, they will say 3 million. And the other money goes back to corrupt either individuals in the procurement or politicians. Guys, Zimbabweans, all I'm just need to start doing the right thing. Not because it's a politician or it's my relative, but because it's good for the nation. Some of the things that we are seeing happening in front of our eyes, they just are not fair. And I've seen people like Fazema asking questions. Did this brokerage, did it go under the tendering processes? No, that never happened. But, they will do whatever they want to do. is the highest level of disrespect from ZANU-PF, especially when it comes to how this country is run, the lack of transparency. Of course, how do you expect the transparency when when corners are cut? It's not possible. But here's the thing, guys. In the end of it all, we have to move forward, right? So someone was saying, is it the reason why, the son for Muchangwa is in prison? Because remember, he was selling StarLink. Don't forget that. He was selling StarLink. So for me, it was, so is it like all these infights are caused by the fights for businesses and money? But like I said, ZANU-PF destroyed itself and is going to destroy itself to the grave. And they're very, very close. They're very, very close to end. Everything that's going on in the country will end soon. They have nowhere to hide. They can pretend, they can do whatever they want to do, but it's over for them. It's definitely over for them. So now, like I mentioned to you earlier on, at the end of the day, we have to move.
Firstly, we must reform our country. We must reform our institutions. We must ensure that our institutions serve everybody. Renewal. Zimbabwe's leadership must be renewed. If you look at the civil service, you look in politics, it's the same characters who have been in there since 1980. It's time. We also brought in new faces. We also want to ensure that the political system that we've been using is changed. We want to bring about a broad base of people, form a government of national unity.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and make sure that you ring the bell. And may God bless you and may God bless Zimbabwe. I love you all and bye for now.